one remark or some juicy grammar, Taras. My actual topic is Christmas or Rождество with a question mark, but without the comma. So it makes difference. I can explain the difference during the break. Dear Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. London is a truly unique place, isn't it? One in 3 Londoners were born abroad. Amazing numbers. These numbers were released recently in this recent census. And I believe that all these, well, the majority of these foreigners are bright, well-educated and broad-minded people who want to learn a lot about other cultures. So are my colleagues. They like to ask me different questions about Russia, like, is it always cold in Russia? Or do all Russians like Putin and consider him a handsome man? Or does everybody in Russia drink vodka? As you can imagine, I've answered these sort of questions many times. But recently they came up with 2 questions which I think worth discussing here. So the first question is, why do we Russians celebrate our Christmas on the 7th of January and not on the 25th of December, like all people do here, for example? So we need to look at a little bit of history here. In the middle of the 4th century, the church all over the world decided to celebrate the nativity of our Lord Jesus Christ on the 25th of December. At that time, the civil calendar in use was the Julian calendar, which was introduced by Julius Caesar in the year 46 BC. In the 16th century, Pope Gregory XIII of Rome was interested in astrology and learned that actually the Julian year was slightly longer than the solar year, and the solar year is the time which the Earth takes to revolve around the Sun. So Julian year is 365.2422 solar days. So in other words, solar year is 11 minutes and 14 seconds shorter than the Julian year. Sounds like very little difference, but in fact it makes a difference of 1 full day every 128.2 years. So what the Pope did, he decided to adjust the civil calendar and make it equal to the solar year. And this new calendar came to be known as the Gregorian calendar. So once it was introduced, the Catholic and later on Protestant countries, European countries, decided to adopt it. However, at that time, Russia refused to accept that Gregorian calendar and used the old Julian calendar until 1918. In 1918, the new government adopted the Gregorian calendar. However, Russian Orthodox Church refused to adopt it again. Therefore, now we still, Russian Orthodox Church still use the old Julian calendar, and we celebrate Christmas on the 7th of January, which is on the 7th of January of the Gregorian calendar, which is still the 25th of December of the Julian calendar. And the interesting fact is that due to a constantly widening gap between these 2 calendars, next century in 2100 AD, we or our children will celebrate Christmas on the 8th of January. So the second question they asked me was, what do you usually do on the Christmas day? And I say I go to the church. And they were very surprised with my answer. They expected to hear something like, I go shopping to buy gifts, or I go to a party with my friends. And if you think about it, Christmas has become so much commercialized, and it plays such a significant role in the economies of many nations. Speaking about the US, for example, in the US retail sector, they even have a day which is called Black Friday. And when I first heard about it, I thought it must be a very bad day, And why it's called black? Because if a company just let's say an accounting term. Because if a company is at a loss, they say it's in the red. But when a company makes profit, it is in the black. So even if a company wasn't profitable during the year, but due to these Christmas sales, they sell so much that they manage to make profit and then they become profitable. So that's why the Black Friday. And one American late show TV program host, David Letterman, said quite a harsh thing, which I think we should really think about. He said the focal point of worship has shifted from a babe in a manger to a babe in the Victoria's Secret window. And to be honest, I find it very frustrating. And anytime when a colleague or a friend from abroad asks me this kind of question, I don't miss a chance to explain the real meaning of this feast and to express my point of view that the way it's celebrated nowadays isn't really appropriate. But just to finish on a positive note, I would like to say that whether on the 7th of January or on the 25th of December, let's really celebrate the original meaning of this day, which is the Nativity of our Lord, and not just go shopping or have a party with friends. Thank you.